This is the New York Living Parenting Report.
I'm Shelly Goldberg. There's no question that reading is a critical and important skill. And as a parent, you can greatly help your child prepare and succeed in this area. My guest is Ann Edwards, a reading specialist for over 15 years. She's also an adjunct professor at St. John's University, an author, and a mom of 6. That's the most important. Welcome.
I'm delighted to be here.
So how do kids learn to read, Ann?
Well, there's whole language where children learn a whole word and they learn to recognize it the way it is.
And we were speaking earlier that for many kids, seeing this word stop, for them, looks like a foreign language.
That's true.
Okay,
it's very difficult for some children.
Okay, so that doesn't always work with all kids. Then, after whole language, the next way.
There's phonics, where they learn a letter and they learn a sound to go with the letter and how to blend it.
Okay, so it's chick, chocolate, cherry. So, Ann, I would think that phonics is a very effective way to learn.
A lot of people agree with you.
Okay, so what are they learning in the public schools?
In the public schools, they're learning balanced literacy, which is where they model different strategies.
Okay, it sounds a little bit like a hodgepodge. Okay, now we were talking earlier that there's 20% of kids who will have difficulty with the whole language, the phonics, and they really need another way in.
Those children we use multisensory because many of them have dyslexia, so we tie in all their senses so they see.
They have to touch.
They have to touch, they say it, see, cat, k. They see, they feel it, they hear it, they say it.
So you can do that with...
You can do it with Play-Doh, you can do it with sand or with breadcrumbs, you can do it with Cool Whip, and you can do it on a carpet. You can take a carpet and you can trace the letters.
Okay.
All of these bring in that sense.
Okay, now, you were so inspired by those kids, the 20% that have difficulty learning to read, that you wrote your own book, Bumpy Books, which is tactile and multisensory. And what kids do is by learning, they learn the letters by being able to trace them. They're raised. There's raised bumps on the book that will help the children learn the letters.
Right.
That's an incredibly effective tool. And I thank you so much. So if you have one thing that you want to say to parents, one word of advice, what do you want them to remember?
You don't know how your child learns, so try everything and be an advocate for your child.
Great advice. If you missed any of this, check out our website at NY1.com.